I do think engagement is better than isolation. And I think isolating North Korea is not working. It's not going to work. But obviously it takes two to tango. And when North Korea doesn't respond, it makes it hard to have a concrete six-party policy, Asian policy, South Korean policy, American policy. So I will conclude with this. What do I think are the main entities and actors that we need with North Korea? We need what is called out-of-the-box diplomacy. We need perhaps special envoys. We need perhaps sports diplomacy. And I'm one of those, by the way, that doesn't begrudge the Dennis Rodmans and others that might be able to open up a nation. Gregg brought the Philharmonic Orchestra there from New York. I thought that was a wonderful move. Music, culture, interlocutors that we haven't thought of.
I call North Korea the longest running failure in the history of American espionage. And I'm very well qualified to say that because I chased them around unsuccessfully for about 30 years. They're a very tough nut to crack. But their big concern is their relationship with us. Right. That's the key to denuclearization, and that's the key to stability of the whole region. Bring them out of their isolation, because it's by bringing them out of their isolation that they will more clearly realize that it's in their own interest to change. That's how you get at the gulags. In my early days in CIA, we had 8 countries where we were going to bring about regime change. Number 1 was Iran. We're still paying the consequences of that. Number 2 was Guatemala. That's created genocide in the state. Third was Cuba. The Dulles brothers tore up their list at that point. I think that the way to change a regime is to help it change itself because it realizes it needs to change. And that will only come as they become closer and more clearly oriented to the outside world.
I don't want you all to forget about Kenneth Bay. It's an American. He's there. He's a prisoner. And you know who I think is the only person that can get him out?
Michael Jordan.
Dennis Rodman.